Okay, we got this. Don't put it down. Put it away. Good. Don't put it down. Put it away. Nice. Don't put it down. Put it away. Good job.
If you have ADHD and you forget your stuff everywhere, this is one of the things that actually works really well. The rule is basically if it takes under 5 minutes to do, just do it immediately, unless you're doing something urgent or important. The stats shows that individuals who have ADHD tend to have underperforming working memory. The underperformance causes people to forget what they just did, where they placed something, or even what they meant to say while speaking. Oh my gosh, that is so legit. I feel so bad for my wife sometimes because I'll say something just out of the blue, just like any random thing. And then she'll say, "What? What do you mean?" And then I'll say, "I honestly don't even know." And oh gosh. If you're in an ADHD relationship, it's never gonna be boring. Never. Being in a relationship with someone with ADHD is like playing this constant game of Where's Waldo, but with your own brain and everything you own. It's almost like you have your own personal lost and found show where the points don't matter and everything pisses you off. And your phone probably chilling in the toilet somewhere. So let's just go through this science behind the scatter. Stats show that ADHD can affect both working memory and long-form memory because one wasn't enough. ADHD doesn't really make you forgetful as much as it makes you feel like there's a tornado in your brain. It's like your brain's in Kansas and there's some random lady with red shoes running around getting hit by houses. Perfect example of what I was saying earlier. What am I talking about? Now, if you don't have ADHD and your partner watching this, it's easier to nail Jell-O to a wall than to remember where you put your things. If there's anyone that would actually try that, it's someone with ADHD. Basically, our brain just doesn't function the same at all. People with ADHD have a smaller frontal lobe. It affects our long-term memory, our working memory, executive functioning. So what can we actually do to solve this problem? Here's some tips. One thing I do with my clients that really helps them is to have like maybe only 3 places in the entire house where you can put something. A really great example of preventing is like having a sticky note, putting it in only 3 places around the house where you write down what thing goes there and just continuously only leaving it there. For example, my phone. So my phone always goes only next to my bed, on my desk to my right, I'm very specific with it, or in my pocket. I don't allow it to go anywhere else. If you want to train yourself to do this, you can just get sticky notes of certain colors, write down the word phone on it, and just put your phone in those locations, or your keys, your shoes, whatever you lose. And the most important thing about that is you cannot change it, okay? You gotta leave it the same. Because if you switch what you're doing, all of a sudden you're going to go to that place and then you're not gonna find your phone or your keys. And then you're gonna wonder where it is. Write in the comments below what you forget most. It's always when we think, oh, I think it's gonna be easier if I just put my blank over here, even though I never do that. So there's 2 strategies that I use with my clients that really help. So one is the preventing. The second one is what you do in the moment when something's lost. So let's go through preventatives. Preventatives are things like creating systems, patterns, habits that will help you so that you can prevent this thing from happening again. The in the moment things are really what you want to stay away from at all costs. The whole point is to use less mental energy. If you're in the moment and you're trying to improvise, it's going to use a lot of that mental energy and it's going to burn you out faster. The reason we forget a lot is because we're not being intentional. We're just kind of doing things a lot without really thinking. It's because we get so sucked into what we are currently doing or what we want to do next that we don't put much importance on the thing we should be doing right in front of us. So the big goal here is to create preventatives so that you don't do these things often. All that time that you're spending on trying to find things and being frustrated, it's eating up mental energy for you and your day. It's affecting how much you get done and how much of your goals you can reach for each day and throughout the year because they accumulate, they really do. But it's really important not to blame yourself because we have a different brain type and we have to learn to work with it rather than against it. Basically just see it as your ADHD brain's way of filing probably should just be changed up from how you're normally filing things. Your working memory is basically just playing hard to get. See, the thing I love about creating systems is that if something is boring or hard to do, you shouldn't be doing it at all in the way you're doing it because you can't force yourself to do something you don't want to. And you especially can't force yourself to like foods or smells or drinks that you don't like. So what makes you think you can do that with tasks, right? The only difference with tasks is that you can actually force yourself in a sense to do it, or even to like it, but you can't really do that with food, smells, or drinks that you don't like. Like and subscribe to this video if you liked it so far. And if you want ADHD coaching, I have a link in the description below where you can hop on a free call with me and get strategies literally today, along with free productivity tools. If you like this video, you're gonna love this video right here. Later, neighbors.